Welcome back. This is day one of the Ducati Panigale rebuild. So again, if you missed it in the last video, this is a 2012 Panigale 1199S, which from what I understand just has better suspension, better brakes, I believe, and some other things that I haven't found out yet. Quick little breakdown of what needs to be changed. Obviously the entire front end, the entire fairing kit has to be replaced. Forks, radiator, oil cooler has to get, I think it still works. I just literally need the bolts. So yeah, essentially the whole front end needs to be replaced, okay? Luckily, the headlights are still intact and they're not broken, thank the Lord. But even this fairing stay bracket thing, I don't know if you can see, has a big old crack, so that needs to get replaced. Steering dampener. The top triple tree looks fine. The clip-ons look good. Oh. And then the clutch cover. Besides that, it's in pretty good shape. It's a 2012, has 7,000 miles on it. So it's still fairly new-ish. Yeah. I have most of these parts. The only thing that I'm missing right now is a seat, fairings, and fluid. So like coolant and the oil. So besides that, I should be able to get everything done. I went eBay side for the parts, but I bought used things, like OEM used. So the story on how I got this bike. Long story short, my buddy bought this a couple years ago and was riding on the highway one day and unfortunately got into a crash with a car. He had it in the garage of the house that he was renting and it was sitting there for about a year. He was parting it out. The last day that he was in that house, because they were selling it, he had to get rid of it. The buyer of it kind of backed out. He was freaking out, so he was just gonna toss it to the junkyard at that point. Yeah, I was just like, dude, let me take it off your hands. So he literally gave me this bike for free. And he's like, if you can fix it, have fun, go at it. Yeah, thank you so much. I love you. Yeah, all right, enough talking, let's get into it. So I've had the parts for a couple weeks now and I've been wanting to start, but I haven't really had a chance. Front wheel's so tucked in, it hits the what's left of the radiator, so it doesn't roll. So I had to order a Constans or Moto Ia, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like a lift stand thing. So which is sick. I've never owned one of these or seen it, but you can literally move the entire bike around. It's super stable, and it rolls easy. So that'll be that is going to make this rebuild a lot easier. First step, I'm gonna remove these Allen bolts from the broken fairing. That way it'll expose all of this. Will give me more room to go ahead and drop the front. Yep. I don't think he rode it that long either. I think he only had it for a couple months. Besides like the OEM stuff, like I did buy a Terminoni. I don't know how to say it, but that kind of exhaust. And again, I've never worked on a Ducati before or anything of this caliber, I guess. And I'd lost a freaking bolt already. Sick. So my goal with this bike is literally just to get it back up and running. I'm not looking for any power mods or anything like that. I genuinely just want to fix this because this is going to be my new street bike. There we go. Got the fairing stay, got the whole front cowl off. It took a little bit longer than what I anticipated. So we can assess the damage from the accident. My understanding is that he was on the highway behind a car, and I think they stopped or like slammed on their brakes, or another car had cut across. Either way, he ran into the back of the car and like just smashed everything. Yeah, front fender's gone, obviously. Lower triple is also gone. I mean, I can fit 2 fingers in there, so hopefully the threads. Actually, it doesn't matter because I got a whole assembly over there, so whatever. But yeah, besides that, everything's still straight, thank God. My next thing that I'm gonna tackle, I think, is getting this all off of here. Yeah, I mean, not too bad, honestly. Like, to be honest with you, I'm kind of scared of Ducatis and like working on European things because, I mean, it's a Ducati, so I'm like, I don't want to mess anything up, you know. I didn't get it on video, but the front end fell down, which is what I meant to do. Now just taking off the caliper, hanging it up, and then everything else should be able to come out. And then I can undo the clip-ons. So, I mean, dude, it's been an hour and I got the whole front end off. So I don't think it's bad, sorry. My ADHD is going off the rails right now. Nope. Let's put on a shot, whatever. It just needs to not hold. Perfect, cool. Oh, my glove. I'm naked. If you can get yourself some of these, I forgot what they're called, like the rounded Allens, they are a lifesaver because you can attack them from an angle, which is nice. That should be loose enough. Cool. Got everything. Oh, so now you decide to play Tarkov.
I just got my PC.
Oh, all right. So I got everything off of the front end-ish. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to literally just scoot this on out of here. Well, shoot. Okay, so I have to undo the brakes, which is not a big deal. It will take me 10 minutes to bleed them. I'm just lazy and I don't want to nor like doing it, so leave me alone. Probably a good idea that I bleed the brake fluid because it's literally like orange red, which is disgusting. It should not be this color. If your brake fluid is this color, shame on. All right, let's see. Success. Nice. Wow, these are super bent. So yeah, I mean, he hit that car pretty hard. I think you know now why I need to replace the forks. All right, so front end teardown is complete-ish. I think I'm gonna do the radiators now since I have all of this space. And then if I can get time today, I'll put on the front forks. Hey, you! So this is everything that I'm gonna try to put in today. I have a new top radiator because this one has a big gash in it, and pretty sure I can't reuse this one because this one's also messed up, but I'll see once I take this off. And then I also have this thing that holds the dash and the front fairings and the mirrors and all that. I don't know what it's called. The bracket for the front cowl thing. All right, so it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts holding it on to like the least the plastic, and then I should be able to just take it off. So that should be loose. There we go. Let me undo this clamp. Okay, cool. This should just slide off. in theory. Cool. Success. Much success.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is the new Radiator. Super shiny. I don't think there's anything special about it, to be honest with you. It's just a Radiator made by these people. It's eBay. So now we can take a look at, yeah, I mean, that thing was beat. There's no way I would have been able to reuse this one. So this one's going to the dump. And now we can begin the transplant. This is the used one I bought, OEM used, from the eBays. The front of the Radiator looks good, or the top one looks good, but there's a big hole on the back of it, so it even said in the listing that this needed to be replaced. So I figured I might as well get one. It was like 50 bucks for a brand new one. That's it, 2 bolts holding it on. Cool, let me just undo this. Looks good in there. All right, old one out. Slap on the new one. Okay, I got it. I just have to manhandle it. Let me get this on there like so. Cool beans. And then I think I need to transfer over the little rubber thingamabobbers. Cool. Put them on. And push that in. Now this could sit in there. Bam! I got it. Kind of mocked everything up, as you can see. These 2 bolts are loose, that way I can move this around. But anyways, again, this being eBay, I should have known better, but I didn't. So this right here, the new Radiator spout, is coming out way too far this way. On the OEM, it's like a slight bend, but not as much. So what is that doing? Well, it's making this freaking impossible. Long story short, I'm only able to get like half of this, the spout, into the actual hose. So I'm trying to figure out a way. Honestly, in hindsight, it doesn't really, it's not gonna be a big deal once I can get this slip to slide over, because then everything will be tight. And then I can tighten everything down here, so it'll be fine. But no shot. And it keeps moving, and I don't know where it's at. Ooh, I almost fell. Oh my god. Alright, I finally got that stupid hose off. It genuinely took me an hour and 20 minutes to get it on. I don't ask me, I don't know. I just ended up taking everything off and then plugging that in first, and then literally pulling it with a pliers, and then yeah, so. But there she is. Looks really good. The fitment's actually not bad. The only funky thing was the eBay Radiator, because it came from the China. Everything else is used OEM, so it fit like how you would imagine. That's that stupid hose that I was talking about. Oh my god. But it's cool, man. It's starting to come together. The only thing I'm missing right now is the bolts for this oil cooler thing. So I have to order the hardware, which I tried Googling earlier, and it's going to be interesting. After that, I'm going to tackle the front forks and triple tree situation, and then the exhaust. These are all the parts that we have left. So this is the Termignoni exhaust, and I'm going to leave that underneath. And then we have just miscellaneous body parts right here. Yeah, besides that, I literally just have to do the fairings. I have to buy a seat still and battery and then put everything on. So not terrible. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I was trying to do the radiator and the front fork setup, but timing, I can't do it, unfortunately. So you'll have to wait for part 2. Yeah, if you liked the video, please hit that like button. Keep commenting. It's nice to be able to interact with you guys, and we're gonna keep knocking this out. The riding season's almost over, and I would like to be able to get it out on the road before then, just cause it's been sitting here for a little bit. But yeah. Oh, I did forget one thing. One of you guys commented saying that the Vivor towels don't come like with the finishing piece or whatever, the ramp that I talked about in my last video, and I completely forgot to show my hack. So I just used that flooring thing that I mentioned about before, which is linked in the other video, and it's just double-sided sticky tape, and it literally sticks to the ground and to the actual pad. But it looks really good. I am happy. They only come in, I think, 5 feet, so you're gonna have to measure, because I need to get an extra one just so I can finish the rest of my flooring. But that's it. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, make sure you guys share. Peace.
While enemies falling, I'm balling on top of that mountain. I'm on and I'm calling my mom and tell her I'm good. I'm surrounded by family like back in the hood. I was falling from grace, I was misunderstood. Hey, the pressure will sit you right down, but I stood up. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. On the balcony screaming, they just let me be. Had to slow it down. What goes around comes around.